Yo, it's twitch.tv/goldlingvein, twitch.tv/goldlingvein. Guys, I'm going to be showing you how I reached top 500 playing a Black Panther only in solo queue. I'm going to be going through some combos that I've seen no other player use. In the top 500, barely anyone even plays Black Panther. I'm not gonna go through what each ability does. I'm sure you know what the abilities do. I'm gonna assume you can read. So I'll just tell you all the most important combos, and then I'll tell you some tips and tricks and some animation cancel advanced stuff. So the first combo you want to do is spear dash, spear dash. It's just a one shot on any enemy that has 250 HP, right? Because your spear does 45 damage in an AoE, and then your dash does 80 damage. That's 125 damage, and then you do spear dash, spear dash, spear dash. So that's 250 damage. And it one-shots all the squishies. But for healers like Luna, Mantis, a lot of enemies, they have 275 health. Spear dash will not kill them. For enemies like Luna that have more than 250 HP, you don't want to use spear dash. You want to use spear dash, melee, spear dash. That's what I like to do. There's other combos you can do as well, but this is the best combo using animation cancels, and I'll just show you the animation cancel. So this is what it looks like when you hold down left click with your melee. It's not bad, but here's the animation cancel. Like, so the animation cancel, you can tell it's not insanely fast, but it does two really quick melees. And the way you do it is you left click V, right? So as soon as your left click lands, you can cancel it with your V, and you're landing two melees in the time of one melee, pretty much. So I like to do left click melee animation cancel just for a bit of burst. Now I'll show you the actual combo. It's spear dash, melee, spear dash. So that's what that looks like. The reason why I do the melee, the double, is just because a lot of the times the healers do get healed. So even though you could just do one melee and you could still get the kill, I just like doing the double, the animation cancel melee for a bit of extra burst. And this is something I've seen no other Black Panther do, and it does make a big difference. I forgot to mention, for the squishy enemies, you can also do the animation cancel combo. So you can do spear dash, melee E. So instead of using two spears, two dashes, you can save a spear and you're just using your E. And this is what it looks like. So that's what the combo looks like. As you can see, the left click melee is super bursty, does so much damage. And on squishy enemies, I think this is actually the best combo, because you have your spear still, your second spear. Plus, after your E, you can transition onto other enemies super easily, right? Pretty much, this is what the full combo would look like with multiple enemies. So the combo would look something like that if you have multiple enemies. You see how after the E, you can instantly transition onto the next enemy, and you'll also have your dash up still. You will have your second spear up still. You have all of your abilities up still, which is why I like this animation cancel combo. And like I explained earlier, it's also nice to have extra burst on the healers. Firstly, because spear dash isn't enough to kill these healers like Luna or Mantis. So like, I'll just show you on Mantis as well. Spear dash, it's not enough to kill him, right? So you want to do you may as well just do this animation cancel combo. So it's a left click and then V. Left click V, left click V. You will have to practice it, by the way, the left click V, just to get the timing right. You don't want to cancel your left click too early. You also don't want to miss your dash, right? You never want to miss your dash. You need to know how far your dash goes. Like from about here, it'll reach her, and I'll be able to land my melees. So I'll just show you what that looks like. Like, you know, it was a perfect distance, right? But if I'm too close and I dash, you're not gonna land your melees. So when I'm playing, I make sure to make a mental note of how far I am from the person I'm dashing to. Like about here is a good range to get your melee in. And this is just something that comes with time of playing a Black Panther. You'll know the distance by heart of how far your dash goes. Also, a lot of people I've been seeing, this is what they do. They'll do like the spear dash, and that's fine. But a lot of the times you'll see these low elo boosted dogs. They'll do spear dash, E, and then they'll like dash back in and dash and do all this in and out stuff. But the problem is that you're giving them so much time to heal. You don't want to be leaving them on low health. You want to be using your one-shot combos. If you don't kill them in one shot, you're going to end up missing your dash. You're going to end up letting them heal, or you'll get stunned. You don't want to do spear dash E. You don't really even want to use E unless you do it in the way I told you to use it. Another thing that I never knew is, first of all, if they don't really show you the range of your ultimate, right? But the range of your ultimate is 20 meters. You can actually snipe people with your ultimate, and it does 150 damage in an AoE. So like your ultimate, you don't have to be right in front of them when you use it. Normally, I like to be 15 meters away, because if you ultimate from 15 meters, you can follow up with your dash. Like, you see how my dash still reaches from so far? So whenever you have your ultimate up, you don't want to be right in front of them and ulting. They can kill you in your ultimate. The amount of times I've died ulting right in front of enemies, I should be put in prison. Instead, what I like to do if there's a bunch of enemies and I have my ultimate up is I'll do my initial combo. I'll do my spear dash, but I'll dash. But I'll dash up into the air. I think I failed there. Like, yeah, so as you saw, I do my spear dash, but on the second dash, I like to dash upwards. Like, when you're playing Genji, right? When you're playing Genji, you want to dash up into the air before your ultimate. Same thing on Black Panther. For your ultimate, to make it really hard to hit you, you just want to use your dash upwards, and then you get your dash back anyway, after your ultimate is used. So I showed you the combos on the squishy guys, and I showed you the combos on the medium health guys, like Luna Mantis, the slightly bigger healers. Oh, by the way, the combo I showed you works on either the tankier enemies as well, like 300 health enemies, the animation cancel melee. It'll one-shot these tankier ones. Obviously, in-game, it'll be hard to hit a Black Panther, but it's just a good burst to have anyway. So the way I play now to reach Diamond, to reach top 500, is with Black Panther, you want an in and out play style. You don't want to hang around. You do not want to miss your dash. If you miss your dash, you are dead. You've thrown the game. Every time you miss your dash, it's your fault that you lose the fight, or it's your fault that your team loses. So the playstyle you want to have is you just want to go for one shots and then get out. Go for one shot and then get out. A lot of the times though, you won't even be able to go for a one shot. Well, it depends on your team. There's a lot of games where no matter how good you are on Black Panther, it's actually just impossible because your team needs to make pressure. And if there's no pressure, then there's no space for you to even get close to the enemies, right? Like, you want to get to the back line, you want to get to the squishies and the medium health people. So you kind of rely on your team to make pressure for you, and if there is pressure, you want to go in and out. A lot of Black Panthers, what I'll see them do is, so they'll spear, but then they'll miss the dash, pretend I missed, and then instead of just instantly eating out and escaping, right, they'll just stay in with no dash and then they die. If you do not have your dash because you missed, you just want to get out. You're not useful. You're a subhuman. Yeah, the playstyle is in and out. Do not stick around. Just go for one-shot combos on the squishies, for ones that I showed you. And also, if your team isn't making pressure and Black Panther isn't working, you do just want to switch. Like, a lot of the times, if you don't have two tanks on your team, it's pretty much... it's super hard. At least when you're in lobbies with really good players, it's super hard. Your E you don't even want to use that much because of how slow it is. Like, the higher elo I've gone, the better players I face, you don't really have time to be eating around super slowly. You don't have time to stick around. You'll get stunned, you'll get one shot. You can only just do the one shot combos and go in and out. Not to mention, your E only does 60 damage, so it's not even a big damage dealer. Also, another thing is, I thought the spear does more damage if you hit the person, but that's not true. Like, no matter what, the spear does 45 damage. So I just throw the spear on the floor. Don't go for direct hits with the spear. Just get the AoE, and it's going to mark everyone anyway. And don't go for the newbie combo. Do not do the spear dash E. I mean, it works, but you're better off just doing the one shots. To be fair, using E, if there's a bunch of them stacked up, yeah, that's fine. If there's the whole team just stacked on top of each other, then yeah, it makes sense to do the E and go through, keep zigzagging through all of them. But for me, I find doing the one-shot combos works best. Yo, anyway, little bros, if you enjoyed that, like and sub, and check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/goldingvein, and come see me. If you have questions, ask me.